All right, so I'm here with Tila. Tila, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
Pretty good. Tell me about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Williamsport area. It's actually Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. But in Williamsport, they have the Little League World Series. That might help some people figure out where it's at. But it's like
Gotcha.
2.5 hours away from here.
Gotcha. How did you end up here, two and a half hours away?
Well, my friend and I came down here to buy drugs, and this one lady slashed our tires and took his battery and did all this stuff to his car, so we couldn't get back. We didn't have any money or any way to get back. So I've been stuck down here since.
And how long ago was that?
2.5 years ago.
And you mentioned before we started recording that you had 15 years clean at once.
Yep.
What happened that made you relapse?
My daughter was going through some stuff, and she tried to kill herself several times. So I did pretty good in the beginning with it, but then after it was so many times, 6 to be exact, I just gave up, just lost it. So
Yeah. Do you still have any kind of communication with her?
yeah, she's doing great.
Is she?
She's in
That's awesome.
college. Yep,
Yeah.
doing really good.
You have any kind of family or any kind of support system?
Yep, I have my mom. She lives in Danville. My daughter that we were just talking about. And then I have, like, my case manager, because I'm in Beacon House.
What is that?
It's a shelter. They help you with your housing, your medical, food stamps.
Oh, that's cool.
all that.
How long is that for?
It all
6 months?
depends. Some people have been there for 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
So it depends on if you turn down, like, the first housing option they give you. But now they did something new where you have to accept it.
Or they kick you
have
out?
to, yeah, they have to deny you that program. So
How does the Beacon House work? You have to be there at a certain time or something, or
that one's round the clock. You don't have to be.
oh,
no
so you can come and go
curfew.
as you please?
Yep.
Well, at least you have a roof over your head.
Yep.
That's good. What is everyday life like out here?
Well, before I got in the shelter, I was living on the street, homeless, so it was cold, scary because people rob you, they beat you up, people are ODing.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you out here?
I got beat up pretty bad, and I got abscesses. I had 19 of them, and I was hospitalized for 2 months.
From shooting?
Yep. Missing shots.
Yeah.
Yep, because of the xylazine they have in it.
Yeah.
6 of them you could see, like, on my body, and then the rest of them were internal. I didn't even know I had them.
Oh, I didn't even know they had internal like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some people with like their skin falling off and things like that.
Yeah.
Was yours that bad or
No, I went right to the hospital. I never let anything like that happen. I have no abscesses. But these people are, like, so addicted, like, they don't care anything about it. And they're worried they're going to be sick in the hospital. But here, they actually keep you unsick.
I see some people sticking the needle right back in their sore.
Yeah, they have open wounds,
Yeah.
and they'll shoot up because they can see the veins, literally see them.
Yeah.
It's gross. And they
Have-
smell really bad.
Do you have any plans to maybe kind of venture back home and kind of try to get back on the right track?
Yeah, I'm doing Suboxone right now. They, like, taper you down, or not taper you down, they, like, give you patches and then they give you subs to take. I forget what it's called, microdosing. So I'm doing that right now to get on subs. Before, some places they just give you the subs and people just sell them. I'm not doing that. I actually have patches and, because I'm tired of this. This is too much. It's a lot of work. I don't do dates. I don't like doing that stuff.
What do you typically do for money? Boost?
Interviews or, like, I don't like to boost. It scares me. Especially
Yeah.
because they're arresting everybody for that shit right now. Everybody.
What do you think about them trying to clean this place up?
I think it's a good idea.
You think it's possible?
They tried to do it 5 years ago and it didn't work.
Oh, did they? I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, but anything's possible, I think. But they arrest the drug dealers and there's always someone else to replace.
Take their place.
So, I mean, and the jail's getting, like, is overfull. I heard, like, they have a program called PAD if they catch you buying drugs. It's it's not really even a program. It's like a get out of jail free card, basically.
Yeah.
They just don't take you to jail. They use your buy. It's fine. They use what you bought against the dealer, but your name doesn't go in it. I don't really know how it works. It's weird to me. So that's how they're trying to compensate for arresting all these people, because they don't have any room for anybody.
Yeah. Is this I'm assuming this is probably exhausting, living out here.
It is. It's very exhausting.
What if you just want to take a nap or something? Is that even possible, like right now, or?
Yeah, I'll go back to the shelter and go to sleep.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But before that, you had to make sure your stuff is tucked, hidden somewhere, and people get in your underwear, they get in your bra, they go down guys' pants, they don't care.
Yeah.
And some of these people are so knocked out, they'll flip them over, they don't even wake up.
Feel it.
It's crazy.
You ever been arrested?
Years ago, yeah.
For what?
Theft.
How long were you addicted to drugs before you got clean for 15 years?
Only like 3 years.
You started out on dope or pills?
Dope.
Dope. Do you remember your first time getting high?
Yeah, I was 16, and one of the kingpins, they labeled him from Williamsport, put out a line, and I thought it was cocaine, and it was heroin, and I overdosed because he put this big line. I didn't know. So, yeah, I remember I was puking, and it was bad.
Yeah. What does your family think about all this?
My mom's happy right now because I'm trying to get sober again, and my dad's mad at me because I had a car payment and now he had to take it over, so he's a little pissed about that. And my oldest daughter goes to Arcadia College here, and she's not talking to me because she's mad. She won't talk to me till I get sober again. But the other two I talk to now and again, yeah.
If you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
To go back in time and not deal with this shit. Just to be as my kids and just, be as my family. Enjoy life again, This isn't enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is harder work than actually having a job, So.
You can do it. You can definitely do it.
I'm pretty sure I can. I did it before.
For
so.
sure.
I even quit smoking cigarettes when I got sober the first time.
That's hard.
I was like, you're crazy. I don't smoke now either. So.
Yeah. That's awesome. You can do it. You got it in you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tila, before we wrap it up, if there's any, younger women, younger teenagers in general who may see this, they kind of maybe teetering and walking in your footsteps, what would your advice to them be?
I tell them you don't have to get high. There's so many other ways to solve problems. Counseling, just spending time with your family, like getting out. Find something enjoyable to do. Like I used to ride horses, running. If you like to play sports, like anything just to get your mind off of whatever's bothering you. And talk to people about it. Because when you hold it in, that's when this sort of thing happens, where you start using or, and they don't deserve that. Just like a lot of the kids here don't deserve to see needles on the ground. And, I saw a little boy the other day, probably 6, chasing his 4-year-old sister with an open syringe full of blood that he picked up off the ground. And that's scary.
What do you think about that? Like if you look at it from both sides, like you have the addicts obviously who have nowhere to go, but then you have the homeowners who have, maybe families and children and dogs and things like that. It's just like I kind of see both sides of it.
Right? Me too. It's chaotic.
Yeah.
And they have a right to be mad. No one deserves to have to see what they see on these streets. And the children, like that's like a horror movie. I mean, imagine walking out of your house, there's a guy with open, his bones sticking out,
yeah.
stuff. It looks like a horror movie. And they don't deserve to see that. So I agree with the mayor. Shit needs cleaned up. It really does. But they don't have to cut funds for, like, the works and needle exchange. They're cutting funds for that. Like, just to make sure people are safe. Everyone's worried the HIV rate's going to go back up because they're, taking away the exchange stuff. So, I mean, you have to keep some things. Other things I agree with.
What do you think about like monitored injection sites?
I think that would be one of the best things they could do. I heard they do that in New York.
Yeah.
So.
What does happiness look like to you?
Living on the beach with my family visiting me. We used to live there before, and I liked that. So, and just growing old and being happy. Going back to work because I like to work. But other than that, it's not being rich. It's having family and friends. You know what I mean?
Tila, I appreciate you sharing your story.
Thank you.